Hello friends, welcome to our channel Cbse English, the topper's choice. In today's video, we are going to discuss class 10th second story from the supplementary reader Footprints Without Feet, The Thief's Story. Here we go. At the beginning, we'll talk about the author of this story. Ruskin Bond is the author of this story. Ruskin Bond, born on 19th May 1934, is an Indian author of British descent. He lives with his adopted family in Landor, Mussoorie, India. The Indian Council for Child Education has recognized his role in the growth of children's literature in India. He was awarded the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1992 for Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra, his novel in English. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1999 and the Padma Bhushan in 2014. Theme of this story: The Thief's Story focuses on human values and relationships which are significant in our lives, and those values have the power to change an individual. The story is based on the fact that how love and kindness can transform even the most destructive minds of criminals and thieves in this cruel world. Introduction to the story. In this story, the writer shows how the reformation of a criminal is best achieved through love and understanding rather than punishment. Hari Singh is a thief and a cheat. He comes into contact with Anil. Anil gives him work in his house. One day, Hari Singh steals Anil's money and runs away. But the kindness and love of Anil make him come back and return the money. Summary of the story. The Thief's Story is written by Ruskin Bond. The story is about a young 15-year-old boy, Hari Singh, who befriended people in order to rob them. One day, he met Anil during a wrestling match. Anil was a 25-year-old man who was leading his life casually. He was a struggling writer who would make small money with his writing prowess. Hari flattered Anil by trying to befriend him and asked him for some work. Anil asked Hari if he could cook, to which the young boy replied affirmatively. Hearing this, Anil took him to his room and promised to teach Hari how to read, write, add numbers, and cook delicious meals. Sometimes Anil would give a rupee to Hari as a tip for his efforts. One fine day, Anil received a bundle of notes for his published articles. He kept the money under his mattress, and Hari happened to notice this. During midnight, when Anil was fast asleep, Hari stealthily slipped his hand and stole the money kept under the mattress. He immediately left for the railway station to board a train to Lucknow. Unfortunately, he missed the train and wandered across the streets. As it was pouring heavily, he got drenched completely. Soon, Hari began to feel agitated and was regretful for stealing money from an honest man like Anil, who treated him so well. He felt guilty for cheating Anil, who taught him how to read and write his name and add numbers. Suddenly, Hari Singh had a change of heart and he decided to return to Anil. Although the notes had become soggy due to rain, he kept the money in the same spot from where he retrieved it. The following day, when he woke up, he found Anil was normal as usual. The young man offered Hari 50 rupees and said that he had rightfully earned it. Anil further said that he would pay Hari regularly. However, when Hari touched the money, he realized that the money was still damp. Hari understood that Anil was aware of his misdeed the previous night. But the young man still didn't treat him with disgust or hand him over to the police. On the contrary, Anil promised to teach Hari how to write full sentences. After this incident, Hari Singh was filled with gratitude and respect for Anil, and he decided to mend his ways and become a noble human being like Anil. Character sketch of the story. Number 1. Hari Singh. Hari Singh is a small-time thief. His real name is not Hari Singh. He keeps on changing names to escape from police. His modus operandi is that he earns the trust of people and then robs them and flees. When he sees Anil, he thinks of robbing him and hence approaches him and asks for work. Anil, being a simple person, gives him work and even starts teaching him how to cook. Hari Singh is delighted when Anil starts teaching him to write as he plans to rob on a larger scale. Hari steals a little money daily when he goes to buy the daily groceries. And one day, when he gets a chance, he steals money from Anil and runs away. But at the station, he has a change of heart and comes back. He is now happy and contented to live with Anil. Number 2. Anil. Anil is a kind, simple and easygoing young man. He is tall and lean stature and has interest in sports like wrestling. He is not very rich and cannot offer to employ Hari as a cook. He has the patience and goodness to not only teach Hari to cook, but also to read, write, and add numbers. Though he knows about Hari's stealing of little bits of money from the groceries, he ignores this fact. Anil is a writer who writes for magazines and makes money in fits and starts. He is a very trusting person. Even when he earns a large amount of money, he keeps the money under his mattress and not in a safe box. Anil is generous enough to pay Hari a certain portion of the money which Hari tried to steal from him earlier. He has a forgiving nature and forgives Hari of his theft without letting him know of his discovery. He continues to be a good man to Hari. Now we'll discuss the main points of the story. Anil was 25 years old writer. He was living his life very carelessly. He was struggling to write for earning the money to run his life. One day, Anil was watching the wrestling match. He met Hari. Hari used his old formula to flatter the person. Anil was impressed and promised him that he would teach him how to write, add numbers, and how to cook tasty food. Now, both were living together happily. One day, Hari saw that Anil had brought a bundle of notes. He saw him keep them under the mattress. As Hari saw the bundle of notes, so his evil spirit aroused in his mind. He decided to rob Anil that night. After taking dinner, Anil slept calmly. Hari crept to the bed and slipped his hand under the mattress. He got the notes and ran away from there. He left for the railway station to board a train to Lucknow, but he missed it. He wandered through the bazaars. It was raining and Hari Singh was completely wet. There was a conflict in his mind. He did not want to betray the faith of Anil. Moreover, Anil was teaching him how to write and add numbers that could transform his life. So he left the railway station. He came to the field and sat on the bench. Just then, heavy rain was going on. A chill wind was blowing. He felt guiltier as he had cheated an innocent person. His shirt and pajamas wedged to his body because it was wet due to the rain. Hari Singh had a change of heart. He decided to return to Anil and keep the money under the pillow. He reached the room and placed the money back. The next morning, he woke up a bit late and Anil had already made his tea. Anil offered Hari Singh rupees 50, saying he had earned it. He told him he would now be paid regularly. Hari kept the note in his hand. He realized that the note was still wet from the rain last night. Hari got to know that Anil had come to know about his misdeed, but there was no sadness, anger, or guilt in his mind. So dear friends, if you have liked this video, please click on like, subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon to get more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching.